What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? This is your boy Willie Does Wrestling back at it again with a brand new video. And we are only almost a month into 2024. And there are some wild allegations about Vince McMahon. This is only days after WWE announced that they are moving to Netflix and that The Rock is going to be on the board of directors for TKO. So, when things are going on in the company, things can only go down from there. These are wild allegations. I've only looked at a little bit of it before making this video, but I found an article that gives context towards the situation. We're going to read those allegations here today, and we're going to give our official thoughts and opinions and possibly see what WWE does with these allegations later on in the near future, because this is supposed to be a new era for WWE. These allegations could ruin partnerships in the company. So we're going to give our thoughts to these allegations here. They were revealed this morning. There's going to be a new lawsuit, so we're going to see what these allegations have in store here today. I found this article here by Variety magazine. It was originally posted by the Wall Street Journal, but I don't have a Wall Street Journal subscription, so I can't read the whole thing. So we're going to read this one by Variety magazine, and we're going to give our thoughts. WWE founder Vince McMahon accused of sexual abuse and trafficking in a lawsuit by former employee. A former employee of WWE sued founder Vince McMahon, alleging he abused and sexually exploited her when he was CEO of the wrestling entertainment company, and that McMahon allegedly trafficked her to other men as a pawn to secure talent deals with prospective wrestlers the company was recruiting. The former WWE employee, Janelle Grant, filed a lawsuit in U.S. District Court for the District of Connecticut Thursday, that being today, naming McMahon, WWE, and former head of talent relations John Laurinaitis as defendants. This is sounding very, very, very similar to the 2022 allegations, am I right? The lawsuit alleges McMahon, Laurinaitis, and WWE violated the Trafficking Victims Prevention Act and includes claims of civil battery and intentional infliction of emotional distress in relation to years-long sexual and emotional abuse Grant said she endured as an employee of WWE. The lawsuit seeks unspecified monetary damages as well as a declaratory judgment that a non-disclosure agreement Grant signed while she was a WWE employee is void and unenforceable and does not bar any of the plaintiff's claims against McMahon and WWE. Wow, this is already fucking crazy. Reps for WWE and McMahon did not immediately respond to a request for comment. Of course, McMahon would not respond. McMahon's mentality, we talked about it all the time on the channel with all these fucking controversies. He thinks that this is just going to go away. That's his thing. The thing is, if you have a shit ton of money, you can get away with anything. But I hope and I pray that this ends Vince McMahon. I don't know why TKO wants to keep him and why they didn't kick him away to begin with. Sure, they've limited his sort of involvement, but he's still there. Anyways, the lawsuit was filed 2 days after TKO Group Holdings, the parent company of WWE and UFC, inked a 10-year deal with Netflix for WWE's Monday Night Raw, valued at $500 million per year, a significant step up in fees for the franchise. Netflix reps did not immediately respond to a request for comment on the lawsuit. Again, because Netflix is getting a shit ton of money. Why the fuck do they care if Vince McMahon is getting in a shit? But Netflix should care, because this could affect Netflix. Let's be real here. McMahon stepped down as WWE CEO in June 2022 amid an investigation by the company's board into alleged hush money payments to women who accused him of sexual misconduct. As WWE's chief exec, McMahon made payments totaling 19.6 million dating back to 2007 related to alleged misconduct the company disclosed. In March 2023, McMahon paid WWE 17.4 million for costs the company incurred in investigating misconduct allegations against him. So he paid WWE because, he's got to pay them back. McMahon returned to the company in January 2023 as executive chairman to lead efforts to sell WWE, which last year merged with UFC in a deal engineered by Endeavor. In November 2023, McMahon sold about $670 million worth of TKO stock following the UFC WWE merger. The stock he sold represents about 30% of the 28 million shares of TKO that McMahon previously owned. According to Grant's lawsuit, McMahon and Laurinaitis on WWE property and using WWE funding, he did it again. He used the company funds. Why would you do that? Both engaged in sexual assault and trafficking of Grant. Quote, both for their own pleasure and as a pawn to secure talent deals with prospective wrestlers they were recruiting. So what? If they were trying to recruit a guy, they'd be like, "Hey, you can get we want you in this company. You're gonna sleep with this chick." What? Also, I should have gave a disclaimer. There's going to be very, very gruesome details in this because this next sentence, my God. McMahon reportedly used sex toys named after other WWE employees, wrestlers, and performers to sexually groom Miss Grant for trafficking to those same people. I wouldn't want to know any toys named fucking John Cena. You can't see it. What the fuck? Nah, man. This is fucked, bro. Oh, do I even want to read the rest of this? Oh, this is bad. This is bad. Oh my God. Oh my God. In addition, according to the legal complaint, McMahon would shower Miss Grant with gifts and empty work promotions while at the same time threatening her livelihood and her reputation if she wouldn't succumb to his increasingly depraved sexual demands, including disseminating pornography of Mrs. Grant to thousands of individuals and engaging in sex acts with other WWE employees, some of whom were complete strangers. What the fuck? So if she wouldn't do anything he wanted, it'd be like, I'm going to leak your nudes to these other employees? Why is he still in the company? Why? You can't. Oh my God. Oh, nah, man. This should go to court. Don't settle this. McMahon needs to be charged. Don't fucking agree to any other money that he'll give you. Don't do any of that. He should be fucking punished. I don't care. According to the lawsuit, after McMahon's wife, Linda, learned of his relationship with Grant, Grant was abruptly pressured to resign from the WWE and forced to sign an NDA days before a major financial deadline for the organization under the guise that McMahon would protect her financially and reputationally and pay her $3 million. However, Mr. McMahon later refused to make the payments to Mrs. Grant, falsely claiming that she had leaked information to the press. According to the suit, McMahon paid Grant $1 million in February 2022, but McMahon failed to make any further payments. So he promised, you're going to sign an NDA. I'm going to pay you $3 million. But, actually, no, you leaked information to the press. So fuck you. This is, I don't understand. There is more. According to Grant's lawsuit, she and McMahon lived in the same apartment building and met in March 2019. In June of that year, per the complaint, after succumbing to the pressure for a physical relationship, Mrs. Grant was slotted into an entry-level position as an administrator coordinator, a position McMahon created for her in WWE's legal department. In March 2021, McMahon transferred Grant to the talent relations department, reporting to John Laurinaitis. While McMahon was CEO of WWE and Grant was employed as an entry-level coordinator in the legal department, McMahon, quote, recruited individuals to have sexual relations with Miss Grant and or with the two of them, directed Mrs. Grant to visit defendant Laurinaitis prior to the start of work days for sexual encounters, and inspected and directed Mrs. Grant to engage in sexual activity with the WWE headquarters even during working hours. Oh, I don't want to read anymore. Citing an example of McMahon's extreme depravity, on May 9th, 2020, he defecated on Miss Grant during a threesome and then commanded her to continue pleasuring his friend with feces in her hair and running down her back while McMahon went to the... Get that out of my head. Get that out of my head. Oh. Oh my God. Oh no. There's more. No, I don't want to read this. But the content. Oh, Jesus Christ. In June 2021, according to the complainant, McMahon and Laurinaitis sexually assaulted Mrs. Grant inside Laurinaitis' office at Stamford, Connecticut. Behind a locked door, the two men cornered her and pulled her in between them, forcibly touched her, and then ultimately putting her on top of a table. She begged them to stop, but they forced themselves on her, even taking turns restraining her for the other, while saying no means yes and take it. Oh, God. Oh, my God, dude. Oh, my God. Any Vince McMahon meat writers, dude, I hope you know who you're defending. Because if this is true, I'm sorry, but this shit, I'm gonna go on focus mode for a second. This shit is way too specific to fake. You would need to be a absolute piece of shit human being to plan all these scenarios in this much detail. Okay? You would need to be the smartest and most deceiving person on earth to plan this to try to ruin a person's career. And I know that one of the biggest criticisms will be, oh, but why did they wait after this big Netflix deal to say all these allegations? Who cares? Who cares? Victims wait. That's what they do. They wait because they're scared of the backlash. They're scared of the backlash because when people have the balls to speak out, you'll automatically have people being like, oh, this is bullshit. They're clout chasing. They want money. They want this. They want that. They want WWE to fail. I don't believe that for this woman for a second after reading this shit. Fuck Vince McMahon. I've been saying it for years. He shouldn't have even come back. Fuck that. I get it. He came back to sell WWE, but after that deal was done, if I was the fucking Endeavor president, gone. Gone. I am fucking mad, dude. But there's more. Ann Callis, an attorney for Grant, said in a statement, today's complaint seeks to hold accountable two WWE executives who sexually assaulted and trafficked plaintiff Janelle Grant, as well as the organization that facilitated or turned a blind eye to the abuse and then swept it under the rug. She is an incredibly private and courageous person who has suffered deeply at the hands of Mr. McMahon and Mr. Laurinaitis. Mrs. Grant hopes that her lawsuit will prevent other women from being victimized. The organization is well aware of Mr. McMahon's history of depraved behavior, and it's time that they take responsibility for the misconduct of its leadership. A fucking men. Ann Callis, great fucking attorney. Okay, give her all the medals, give her all the awards, and I agree. WWE has turned a blind eye. They'll acknowledge it when the backlash gets too bad, but they need to acknowledge Mr. McMahon and especially John Laurinaitis, that dirty fuck. They need to acknowledge this. Endeavor needs to acknowledge this. UFC needs to acknowledge this because Mr. McMahon is fucked in the head. Okay? I don't give a fuck if his wife knew about it. I don't give a fuck if he paid her already. This is not okay. This is not okay. And think about the amounts of women who have tried and failed to sue Vince McMahon already. Oh, but they were settled out of court. Of course, because they want money. But you should also want justice to be served. If I was one of these women, I don't give a fuck how much you pay me. I'm going to make sure that you do not continue. I don't give a fuck. You give me $5 million. That's it. That's the end of the fucking document. Oh my God, dude. Those have got to be the wildest accusations and the wildest fucking document article, I should say, I have ever read in my entire life. I am stunned, okay? I am stunned. This is the first time I've ever actually been disgusted on camera. This is insane. WWE needs to acknowledge this. Vince McMahon needs to go, dude. I don't give a fuck if he's not the head of creative anymore. I don't care that he's not really the CEO anymore. I don't care. This is absolutely fucked. Absolutely fucked. And I really hope that all the Vince McMahon meat writers, I hope they turn a blind eye to WWE or to Vince McMahon because this is absolutely insane. Janelle Grant's lawsuit alleged that she met Vince McMahon in March 2019 and was looking for a job after her parents had died. That would explain the emotional distress. Oh my God, there's even a thing that Brock Lesnar was involved in this. Brock Lesnar? What do they say? In July 2021, the suit said Vince McMahon instructed Grant to create personalized sexual content for a WWE superstar that he was trying to re-sign. The suit didn't name the professional wrestler, but described him as both a UFC fighter and WWE talent. People familiar with the matter identified the wrestler as Brock Lesnar, one of WWE's biggest names. The suit said McMahon shared the explicit photos with Brock and informed Grant that he likes what he sees. After the star agreed to a new WWE contract, McMahon texted Grant in August 2021 to say that part of the deal was fucking you. That December, McMahon gave Grant's personal cell phone number to the WWE star, and the lawsuit said the wrestler asked her to send a video of herself urinating, and after she did, he called her a bitch. That same month, the suit said the star expressed a desire to set a play date, but a snowstorm disrupted his travel plan. I never thought, why is 2024 this crazy? Brock Lesnar? I'm fucking done, dude. Oh my God. Fuck Vince McMahon. Fuck John Laurinaitis. And fuck Brock Lesnar. I've had enough. They need to go. All of them. I don't give a fuck what plans you have for Brock. I don't care about any of that. I don't know, man. Ladies and gentlemen, that's going to have to conclude this video. If you're a Vince McMahon meat writer, get the fuck up out of here. Okay? This has been your boy, Willie Does Wrestling. I'll see you in the next video. If I have the guts. Be good people. And peace.